What a delight. So we talked about this palette in my latest new makeup releases and I was a little bit unsure about it. I said the color scheme is one of my most favorite color schemes I've seen in a while, but I wasn't sure about the quality, and a lot of you guys said that you wanted me to pick it up and put it to the test, so naturally I did. This is the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. It finally came in shipping, you guys, so we are going to put this to the test today and see what I think about it. Now before we get started, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. You can go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It truly helps my channel out if you do, and thank you. And let's now get started on this eye look. Just quickly before we do start creating this eye look, this is the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. It's their particular brand. So Beauty Bay is kind of like an international, well actually I feel like it must be a UK based kind of online makeup retailer, but it's kind of like Sephora but globally as well. So this is their Wilderness palette. It's their latest one. Now currently I just had a look on their website and this palette is sold out. However, because it's their brand, they do come back in stock really quite quickly. So if you do, well, we're yet to be seen whether or not I think this palette is worth it or not, but if for some reason it is worth it, or you're just like, I don't actually care about your opinion, I want it, just sign up to their like let me notify or notify me when it's in stock kind of thing, and it will come back pretty quickly. The other thing about Beauty Bay is they do have really good sales as well, so always keep an eye out for them. Now this palette is quite thick. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a small palette. I like that personally. I love larger palettes. Now this palette was 27 Australian dollars, full price. So it is a very, very, very affordable palette. Now, this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like itself, and honestly, I still stand by the claim that I think that this particular eyeshadow palette is one of the best, if not the best, color scheme I have seen so far this year. The blues, the greens, the earthy tones, it's perfect for those of you in the world that are about to head into fall. Like, what an amazing fall palette. It's beautiful. I have swatched this. I'm going to insert some footage of those swatches now for you as well. And it swatched really beautifully. The matte swatched really beautifully, so we'll see how this goes on the eyes. So that is my spiel. Let me go off camera. I'm going to create a look on this eye first, zoom you guys in, we'll create the look on this eye. You know the drill if you've been around here before, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. So, two ticks. Okie dokie, we are back, and this is the eye look I created. What do we think? So let's go ahead and recreate this, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. I know everyone that's probably used this palette has used the greens, but honestly, how can you not? They're so pretty. How can you not? So let me try and remember what I did now. Dang. Now I have primed this eye with my NARS primer already. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking this green right here, which is called Eucalyptus. Oh, that's an Australian tree. Cute. And I'm taking my Refa 13 brush. And what I'm going to do is bring my mirror closer so I can see. And what I'm going to do is just slowly tap this into the outer corner here. Not like too far in and not too far out. Just enough so that it's like deepening this outer corner while also leaving me enough room to like blend it out, if that kind of makes sense. And I'm just going to tap this in. And I will say that this shade worked absolutely stunningly on my other eye. I was very impressed, like very, very, very impressed with this particular shade and how easy it was to blend out, and also how deep and like not patchy it is. So there you go, that's important. Now I'm going into this shade right here, which is called Leaf. That is my favorite shade in the whole palette, I'm not gonna lie. That and this metallic Lime. They're my two favorite shades in this whole palette. They're so pretty. So I'm taking my Refa 14 with that leaf color, and now I'm just going to slowly start to blend out this dark green here on the outer corner. Just really slightly blend it out, and this is kind of like one of those times where you just want to go slow. This isn't the kind of eye look you create when you're in a rush. It's like when you've got a little bit of extra time to just blend it out and be careful with your placement. I mean, you probably don't have to be as careful if you didn't do your eyes, if you did your eyes first, but you know, I don't like doing my eyes first. And then this leaf color as well, very, very, very impressed. I'm not gonna lie. The mattes, I mean, I've used 3 mattes in this look, and each one of them was absolutely a complete and utter joy to use. I shall not tell a lie. I'm very impressed. I'm very surprised and very impressed. I think that these kinds of greens for some reason, I don't know why, I think they can be a little bit more challenging to kind of get right in the formulation process. They're kind of like, you know, they just, if something's going to let you down, it's usually a green or a purple or something. But yeah, these are beautiful. And I have to admit, I have the Big Beauty Bay matte palette. It's like I'll put a pic of it on the screen. And these mattes aren't performing like that palette. So I don't know if they changed their formula amongst their palettes or what it is, but these don't perform like that. These are lovely. I'm also just going to take that leaf color and run it underneath my lower lash line while we're here as well. Okay, so I'm going back into Eucalyptus on my Refa 13 and I'm going to run this all the way through the crease using windshield wiper motions. Still keeping it lower than leaf, but I'm just really deepening up the crease. So you can kind of see it here, right? Shit's pretty. These shades are pretty. I'm really happy with this. Have I been unfairly judging the Beauty Bay formula based off that other palette? Maybe. Okay, so now I'm going into Ivy, which is this dark green matte here, and I'm taking a BH Cosmetics smoky tapered blending brush. And I didn't use a lot of this color, just a little bit to kind of add a little bit of a further depth into the outer corner here and the crease. And then I went back into Eucalyptus, which is that first dark green color, on a smudge brush, and I'm just popping this into the outer corner here, just really lightly. And now for the metallics. So we're going into, what is this called? It's been a while since I've had a palette with shade names, so it's throwing me off. Moss. We're going into Moss right here. So we're going into Moss and then we're going into Lime, because there is no way in hell I was creating a look today without using lime, I can assure you. So Moss is first. This is just a Jessup like shader brush, and I wet the brush and I'm just going to tap it on this like center part of the lid here. And there really isn't been any fallout using this palette either, which is quite impressive because it is such dark colors. So the fact that it's not falling all down my face and ruining my base makeup is like, that's extra impressive. And you can just see this shade is pretty. Like, can you guys see? Oh, it's like, it's not like, so I think probably the latest, I think if I've got this done correctly, this should be the video that's up after the Huda Beauty Jaguar and Python videos, and these metallics are not like those metallics. So those metallics are like neon toppery types, and then these are like true metallics, but they have a really beautiful like the glitter in them is like, for this shade for example, the metallic base is green, but the glitter shimmer in here is gold. So it's quite pretty. Like, it's really stunning and very, very unique to anything I own in my collection. Like, even versus the green shade in Sublime from Pat McGrath, this is like nothing like that. It's very, very pretty and like special. So what a delight. Now I'm taking Lime on a Luna Beauty shader brush, and I will say this color won, freaking spectacular, and lived up to all of my hopes and dreams. So thank you Beauty Bay for not letting me down, at least with the colors that I was like the most into for this palette. But I think that this metallic is definitely a more crumbly formula. However, wetting the brush, it hasn't been a crumbly formula. Does that make sense? So if you're not someone that, like, if you're someone like me who wants to do your eyes after you've done your base, then just make sure you're wetting your brush when you're using these, like using the metallics, because I feel like even if I was to use this on my fingers, it would get a bit crumbly. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying when you've done your base first, it would be annoying. But I've wet the brush and pure perfection, really, to be honest with you. Look at these companies go, just changing a little skeptic like me's heart. Well done, girls. Now the last step, we're just taking this Ray color right here, which I don't know if you guys can see. I don't think it's a duochrome, but it almost is, because when I hold it up, it almost has like a slight green shift. But when you see it in person, it's like a little kind of champagne-y color. And like even on the eye, yeah, it definitely is a duochrome or something. It has like a shift to it. I like it. So I'm just picking this up on a pencil brush and I'm just gonna pop this into the inner corner, and I kind of like swooped it up a little bit. Yeah, it definitely has like this beautiful little green shift to it. Hopefully you guys can see. It's so pretty. Oh my God. Honestly, look at this. Last video Hoods, this video Beauty Bay. Just rocking me world. I'm super impressed. I really am. I'm genuinely surprised, you guys. I was prepared to come into this and be like, don't get it. It's not worth it. I think it's good. I like it. I had a good time. Okay, so I'm just gonna go put Fenty Beauty on the top waterline, Icebreaker from Colourpop in the lower waterline, and then if I can find it, Kosas mascara, and I'll be back. Let's go ahead and do lips. I'm going to use my Colourpop BFF lip liner. And then I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Empress lipstick, except I accidentally snapped it off, and so I have to be really careful with how I use it. I'm just gonna go and do my hair and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and this is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? I'm dying to know what you guys think. I personally really love how this look turned out. In fact, I'm going to dinner tonight and it's in a few hours, and I was not, like, I filmed early enough in the day to like wash my makeup off because I was like, I don't think I'm really gonna like how this is gonna turn out, so I'm gonna give myself enough time to like re-get ready. But I'm actually just gonna wear this makeup out to dinner because I freaking love how my eyes have turned out. Like, I'm not lying, I absolutely love it. I think this is well worth your money for 27 Australian dollars. I think shipping, like if you only wanted to purchase this palette, shipping, like the cheapest shipping is $12. So, oh God, 39 Australian dollars including shipping, honestly, for 20 shades. And for the shades that I used, so I used these two and these three and this one right here, impeccable. Impeccable, like truly impeccable quality. Love it. Was a pleasure to use. I'm absolutely going to be doing more looks with this eyeshadow palette. You can bet your bottom dollar because there's just too many colors. I really want to use this color right here. You guys know I'm a sucker for a mustard shade. I want to use the blues. I really want to do more looks with this palette. I might even do a 3 looks 1 palette using this maybe. And considering it's sold out, I should have a few more looks up with this palette before it gets back in stock potentially. But if not, and you've kind of like been like umming and ahhing about getting that palette, honestly, I really recommend it. I truly do. I am impressed. Color me impressed. So there you go. Good job, Beauty Bay. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you if you are watching until this point. I truly appreciate you, you absolute queen. And I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.